last time we saw you in action was in October on the inaugural show with your promoter, Paul Ayala. You were in there slugging it out, and you scored an impressive points victory over Joe Morales. What have you been up to since?
We took a little time off. As you saw, it was a really hard fight, and it was a really good guy. But like you said, I wanted a unanimous decision. I beat him all the way through. But we took a little time off, and after the time off, I hit the gym hard. I was pulling 3 days, running in the morning, working out, and then going to boxing practice, strength and conditioning, and doing all that. So I've been hitting the gym hard, and now we got 5 weeks left till the next fight, so I'll be ready for sure.
Now, for those not aware, you were quite successful as an amateur, and you faced some pretty stiff competition. Can you briefly talk about your amateur career?
My amateur career was good. I had a really good amateur career. I fought a lot of good guys, but I never won nationals, But to me, that never matters, because to me, what matters is what happens in the pros. To me, the amateurs was a good stepping stone. It laid the foundation for me to build on my skills as a professional. And, I've been to the internationals, I've been to nationals before, and I've seen the best of the best, and it's nothing to me, I've seen it, and I can beat them.
Now, was being a fighter something you always wanted to be growing up?
Pretty much. I've been fighting since age 6. All of my family fights. My father's fought both my brothers, my uncle, my grandpa. It's a family sport. Pretty much, I was born into it. So ever since, I say, the age of 15 or 16, that's when I knew I was going to be a professional, and I wanted to go all the way.
Now, who are some of the fighters you look up to or admire?
Some of the fighters, I have to say, as of now, there's a couple guys that I grew up with. They go by the name of James Kirkland and Curtis Meeks. And those guys, man, they came up with nothing. They had single family homes. And as you know, James Kirkland, that guy was on top of the world, and things happen, things happen with him. But I think as soon as he comes out, he's going to be on top, and he's going to be rough to beat.
You're currently enrolled in college taking courses.
Yes.
Do you find it difficult to manage both your education and boxing?
Mm-hmm. Very difficult, but not impossible. Very difficult, but not impossible. It's all about time management. It's all about being disciplined and knowing when to do your work, and when it's time to do your work and when it's time to relax,
Okay, now you and your team, you seem to work well together. Can you talk about Team Ramos and each member's role in preparing you for an upcoming fight?
Okay, yeah, sure. Team Ramos consists of me, the product, the one that everybody's, looking after and supporting. My manager, which is of course John Ramos, my coach, Ricardo Ramos, and we have 2 advisors, and they're both my brothers. One goes by the name Ricardo Ramos Jr., and he lives out in San Francisco. And my other brother, Roderick, the one you saw earlier, and he's their advisors, close advisors, though they have, a lot of word and a lot of input to give to the team.
Now, your nickname is the Wizard. Where did that come from?
It came from a former coach. He helped build me as an amateur. And we went to the state, my whole team, Metropolis Boxing Gym, we went to the state championship, and I had to say 98 at least. I was 8 years old, it was my first state championship. My whole team lost, and so they were like, you got to pull out a hat trick, you got to pull something out, you got to pull some magic out, man, you got to win, you got to give a win for the team. And sure enough, I beat Jesus Mendez. I'm not sure if you've ever heard, he's a good amateur from Houston. I beat him in the finals, and ever since then, they named me the Wizard.
Now, thus far, you've compiled a record of 10-0 with 4 knockouts. Can you talk about your experiences up to this point, and do you find the competition getting tougher each time you get in the ring?
Definitely. As you said, my experiences, you can say that, man. Experiences is one word you can give to it, because it's been really hard. I've had some really hard fights in comparison to other prospects who have been fed cotton candy, guys with no wins and all been knocked out. I fought good, solid opponents. With a lot of experience, as you know, Joe Morales, formerly fighting 4 or 5 world champs, and that was my last fight. And so that was my hardest fight. So I guess you could say they do get harder as they go, and we're just going to keep training harder and be ready for the next one.
Now, you're currently preparing for the next bout. Do you have any idea of when you'll be fighting and who you may be facing?
April 2nd, who I'm facing, it doesn't matter. I'm ready for anybody and everybody.
Now, last, is there anything you want to let your fans know?
Fans, I love you. You guys are the best. You support me. You're going to come out and see. My next fight, it'll be at April 2nd, Texas Motor Speedway, put on by Paul Ayala Productions, and it'll be good.